breaking news for you.
Hi there, welcome to another episode of the Transfer Talk podcast.
What's up, Gunners? Welcome back to Gunners Central, your home for the latest Arsenal news, transfer updates, breaking stories, and in-depth analysis. If you're a passionate Gooner, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss any Arsenal updates. Now, let's get straight into today's big story. Arsenal could suddenly have a major opportunity in the transfer market, with Liverpool reportedly prepared to walk away from their pursuit of Paris Saint-Germain winger Bradley Barcola. In this story, we will examine why Liverpool's negotiations have stalled, why PSG's huge valuation is becoming a problem, what Barcola's reported preference for London could mean, and why Mikel Arteta may have to decide whether the Frenchman is the attacking statement signing Arsenal have been searching for after missing out on Vinicius Jr. The situation is developing at an important moment in Arsenal's summer. The Gunners have already strengthened their squad significantly, with Bruno Guimaraes arriving from Newcastle and Christos Tzolis adding another attacking option. Yet Arteta has repeatedly indicated that Arsenal are still prepared to improve the squad if the right opportunity appears. Barcola could be exactly that opportunity. According to reports, Liverpool have been negotiating with PSG over the France international, but have struggled to find common ground on the transfer fee. PSG are understood to value the 23-year-old at around £145 million, a figure Liverpool are unwilling to meet. The Athletic has reported that discussions have not produced an agreement, leaving the Reds considering whether to abandon the pursuit and move towards alternative targets. That development is particularly important because Liverpool need attacking reinforcements. Mohamed Salah has left the club, and replacing a player of his influence is an enormous challenge. Liverpool initially identified Barcola as one of their preferred solutions because of his pace, directness, and ability to play from either side of the attack. But if Liverpool walk away, Arsenal could immediately become one of the most interesting clubs in the race. The Gunners have admired Barcola, and his profile fits several requirements within Arteta's squad. Arsenal need another attacker capable of beating defenders one-on-one, carrying the ball at speed and creating danger without requiring long periods of possession. Barcola provides precisely that. His development at PSG has been particularly impressive. He has established himself as a significant attacking player despite competing for places alongside some of the biggest names in European football. His acceleration allows him to attack the space behind defensive lines, while his close control makes him dangerous when opponents defend in compact formations. For Arsenal, that would be extremely valuable. One of the biggest challenges Arteta faces is finding ways to make Arsenal unpredictable. Bukayo Saka remains the primary attacking threat from the right, while Tzolis provides another option on the left. But adding Barcola would give Arsenal another player capable of receiving possession wide, driving towards the penalty area and creating opportunities without depending entirely on intricate combinations. The question is whether Arsenal are willing to pay PSG's asking price, and this is where the story becomes complicated. A fee of £145 million would be enormous. Arsenal have already invested heavily this summer, including the reported £75 million acquisition of Bruno Guimaraes. They cannot simply spend another nine-figure amount without considering the impact on the club's financial structure. However, there is potentially a difference between PSG's valuation and the price required to actually complete a transfer. If Liverpool refuse to pay £145 million, they could attempt to negotiate a deal closer to £100 million with bonuses. If those talks collapse, Arsenal could potentially enter negotiations from a completely different position. They would not necessarily need to match PSG's initial demand. Instead, Arsenal could wait. That may be the strategy Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta prefer. The longer the window continues, the more pressure can potentially fall on PSG and the player if there is genuine uncertainty about Barcola's future. Another intriguing element is the suggestion from former Arsenal forward Perry Groves that Barcola wants to live in London. Speaking on TalkSport, Groves claimed he had been told that Barcola prefers London and argued that Arsenal would currently represent an attractive sporting destination. His comments should be treated as information from an unverified source rather than confirmation of Barcola's intentions. But if the Frenchman really does prefer London, that could become important should Arsenal formally enter negotiations. Barcola would then have to compare two very different projects. Liverpool remain one of England's biggest clubs, but they are undergoing significant made changes under Andoni Iraola, according to the scenario described in the supplied report. Arsenal, meanwhile, are entering the new season as Premier League champions and have already demonstrated their ability to compete at the highest level. From Barcola's perspective, Arsenal could therefore offer a combination of Champions League football, Premier League title ambitions, and a manager who has demonstrated a clear ability to develop attacking players. But Arsenal must also consider squad balance. Zolis has arrived to strengthen the left side, while Gabriel Martinelli remains at the club despite uncertainty about his future. Arsenal have also been linked with Victor Osimhen and other attacking targets. So why would Arsenal spend potentially more than £100 million on Barcola? The answer is quality. Elite clubs do not simply collect players because they need numbers. They recruit players capable of changing the level of the team. Barcola could potentially become that player. Imagine an Arsenal attack with Saka on one side and Barcola on the other. Both would have the speed and technical ability to attack defenders individually. Add Martin Odegaard's creativity, Declan Rice's ability to progress the ball, and Bruno Guimaraes' control from midfield, and Arsenal could become significantly more dangerous in transition. It would also reduce Arsenal's dependence on Saka. That point cannot be underestimated. For several seasons, Arsenal have relied heavily on Saka to create and produce from the right. Opponents know this. They can double-team him, restrict his space, and force Arsenal to attack elsewhere. Adding Barcola would create another major threat. If opponents focus heavily on Saka, Barcola could punish them. If they shift towards Barcola, Saka receives more freedom. That is the kind of attacking balance Arteta has been attempting to create. The other major question concerns Vinicius Jr. Arsenal made a major effort to explore the possibility of signing the Real Madrid superstar, but Vinicius ultimately chose to remain in Madrid. That left Arsenal without the blockbuster attacking signing many supporters expected. Barcola could therefore represent the next opportunity. He is younger, potentially more attainable, and already proven at a Champions League level. He would not carry exactly the same superstar profile as Vinicius, but Arsenal could argue that his age and development curve make him a potentially outstanding long-term investment. However, there is a danger in getting carried away. PSG have no financial reason to sell cheaply. They are one of Europe's wealthiest clubs, and Barcola remains an important player. If they demand £145 million, Arsenal must decide whether the winger genuinely represents enough improvement to justify such an extraordinary investment. Arteta himself has already provided the clearest indication of Arsenal's strategy. After the Community Shield victory, he said the club would continue looking for opportunities, but only if the right player became available. His message was effectively simple. Arsenal will strengthen, but they will not strengthen for the sake of it. That philosophy should guide the Barcola situation. If Liverpool leave the negotiations, Arsenal could suddenly find themselves with a clearer path to the player. But that does not mean the Gunners will automatically make an offer. Arsenal still have to determine Barcola's salary demands, PSG's genuine asking price, and whether the player is prepared to make the move. There is also competition elsewhere. Liverpool could return if PSG lower their demands, while other European giants could become involved if Barcola's future remains uncertain. For Arsenal supporters, however, this is a transfer story worth watching closely. Liverpool walking away would remove one of the strongest reported competitors. The alleged preference for London would potentially give Arsenal another advantage, and Arsenal's status as Premier League champions could make the Emirates an extremely attractive destination. The question now is whether Berta and Arteta believe Barcola is worth breaking the club's transfer record for. If the answer is yes, Arsenal could make a statement, because after winning the Premier League, reaching the Champions League final and adding Bruno Guimaraes, Arsenal are operating at a completely different level. They are no longer simply trying to build a team capable of challenging, they are trying to build a team capable of dominating. And if Liverpool really abandoned Bradley Barcola, the road to London could suddenly become much clearer for one of Europe's most exciting young attackers.